All right, first I can start by saying all praise to Yahweh Shai. Double honor to the elders and apostles that rule well, and salutations to the brothers and sisters doing true sincerity. Now, this week's motivation is basically what are the interiors of war. Basically how war was in the ancient world, and bring it up to how it's going to be today when Yahweh Shai comes back. How Yahweh Shai dealt with us on a warlike manner. So I'm gonna start with this scripture right here. This is Numbers chapter 10, verse 1. Because you always got to start, with the beginning of everything, man. The law. This is Numbers 10:1. And the Lord Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, Make thee 2 trumpets of silver, of a whole piece shalt thou make them, that thou mayest use them for the calling of the assembly and for the journeying of the camps. And when they shall blow with them, all the assembly shall assemble themselves to thee at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And if they blow but with 1 trumpet, then the princes, which are heads of the thousands of Israel, shall gather themselves unto thee. When you blow an alarm, then the camps that lie on the east part shall go forward. When you blow an alarm the second time, and the camps that lie on the south side shall take their journeys. They shall blow an alarm for their journeys. But when the congregation is to be gathered together, ye shall blow, but ye shall not sound an alarm. And the sons of Aaron, the priests, shall blow with the trumpets, and they shall be to you for an ordinance forever throughout your generations. It says, And if ye go to war in your land against the enemy that oppresseth you, then ye shall blow an alarm with the trumpets, and ye shall be remembered before the Lord Yahweh your power, and ye shall be saved from your enemies. Right, so the Lord always had us blow an alarm with the trumpets, to prepare for war. And then the Lord ended up delivering us from our enemies that oppressed us, man. Now, that's how it went in the ancient world, and that's how it's going now. The Lord got us sounding the alarm spiritually to get ready for a war. We getting ready for war spiritually, and we're gonna be getting ready for war physically real soon, man. How right is how we have the elect, and the Lord give us that spiritual power. But this is the next scripture. This is Numbers. Chapter 13. This is where Esau gets his military tactics from, man. Because Jacob is the former of all things, the light of the world and the salt of the world. So this is Numbers chapter 13. I'm going to just jump to the point. Verse 16. These are the names of the men which Moses sent to spy out the land. Right, Moses sent men to spy out the land. So you have to spy out the land. It's called COINTELPRO, man. It says in Moses, same thing FBI do, CIA, all of that. And Moses called they secret agents and stuff, man. And Moses called Oshea, the son of Nun, Jehoshua. And Moses sent them to spy out the land of Canaan, and said unto them, Get ye up this way southward, and go up into the mountain, and see the land what it is, and the people that dwelleth therein, whether they be strong or weak, few or many. All right, gave their ass to size up, and what the land is that they dwell in, whether they be good or bad, and what cities they be that they dwell in, whether in tents or in strongholds. Right. So they gather all types of intelligence on these lands, man, and what the land is, whether it be fat or lean, whether there be wood therein or not, and be ye of good courage, and bring of the fruit of the land. Right? Moses even told them to go in the land and get the fruit, man. Now the time was the time of the the first ripe grapes. So they went up and searched the land from the wilderness of Zin until Rahab, as men come to Hamath, and they ascended by the south and came unto Hebron, where Ahiman, Sheshai, and Talmai, the children of Anak, were. Now Hebron was built 7 years before Zoan in Egypt. They came unto the brook of Eshcol, and cut down from thence a branch with one cluster of grapes, and they bare it between two upon a staff. And they brought of the pomegranates and of the figs. The place was called the brook Eshcol because of the cluster of grapes which the children of Israel cut down from thence. And they returned from searching of the land after 40 days, right? Look, and they went and searched the land for 40 days, man. And they went and came to Moses and Aaron and to all the congregation of the children of Israel unto the wilderness of Paran to Kadesh, and brought back word unto them and unto all the congregation, and shewed them the fruit of the land. And they told him and said, we came unto the land whither thou sentest us, and surely it floweth with milk and honey, right, Israel? And this is the fruit of it, right? So the Lord sent us to spy out the land of Israel, man. You know, we gather all types of intelligence. That's military tactics, man. It says, read it a little bit more. It says, hold on. Nevertheless, the people be strong that dwelt in the land, and the cities are walled and very great. And moreover, we saw the children of Anak there. The Amalekites dwelt in the land of the south, and the Hittites and the Jebusites and the Amorites dwell in the mountains. Dwelt in the mountains, and the Canaanites dwell by the sea and by the coast of Jordan. Let me see. It says, and Caleb stilled the people before Moses and said, let us go up at once and possess it, for we are well able to overcome it. Right, and that's how military, the war tactics and the interiors of war was back then. All right. This is the next scripture. Wait. Yeah. All right. This is Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 1. When the Lord thy power shall bring thee into the land whither thou goest to possess it, right, and hath cast out many nations before thee, the Hittites and the Girgashites and the Amorites, right, because we didn't do it on our own. The Lord gave them over into our hands, and we took them down. And the Canaanites and the Perizzites and the Hivites and the Jebusites, 7 nations greater and mightier than thou. And when the Lord thy power shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them and utterly destroy them. Thou shalt make no covenants. Covenants is agreements, no contracts with them. Right, this is war. Nor shew mercy unto them. Right, just take them out. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy sons, for they will turn away thy son from following me, and they that they may serve other gods. So will the anger of the Lord Yahweh be kindled against you and destroy thee suddenly. So slack. Those were laws, man. Go ahead and destroy them. Don't make no marriages with them, man. It says, but thus shall ye deal with them. Ye shall destroy their altars and break down their images, right? Because they worship idols. and cut down their groves and burn their graven images with fire. Same thing that's happened back then, it's gonna happen again this time, you know. But America gonna be hit by thermonuclear missiles, right along with other nations, and then the Lord gonna give us the power to take the other nations down. We gonna burn all their weapons, you know, and all their idols and all that extra shit. All that shit gonna be destroyed because the Lord gonna be exalted in that day. The nations are gonna seek, to the Lord, Yahweh Shai, to us, to get of the law, statutes, and commandments. So it says, that grows and burn their graven images with fire, for thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy power. The Lord thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. Right. So, that's how the Lord, told us to deal with their ass. Don't take nothing from them. Destroy everything, man. But then you do have cases where the Lord did let us, take of the resources, the women, the spoils. The spoils is what it's called. This is Deuteronomy chapter 20, verse 10. When thou comest nigh unto a city to fight against it, then proclaim peace unto it, and it shall be if it make the answer of peace and open unto thee, then it shall be that all the people that is found therein shall be tributaries unto thee, and they shall serve thee. Right. So, the nations was able to get mercy. We took them and put them in, slavery. It says, and if it will make no peace with thee, but will make war against thee, then thou shalt besiege it. Right. And when the Lord thy power have delivered it into thine hands, as you can see, is always the Lord delivering these nations over to us. We don't have no real might, no power or nothing, man. Thou shalt smite every male thereof with the edge of the sword, right? So kill all the men, but the women and the little ones and the cattle and all that is in the city, even all the spoil thereof, thou shalt take unto thyself, right? So we always took the women, and the children, because the young women can be raised up, to be servants or to be concubines, and the men raised up to be straight slaves, and then keep bringing back that nation, man. So it says, and thou shalt eat. It says, and but the woman and the little ones and the cattle and all that is in the city, even all the spoil thereof, shalt thou take unto thyself, and thou shalt eat the spoil of thine enemies. Right. So we got to take their substance, which the Lord Yahweh thy power hath given thee. Thus shalt thou do unto all the cities which are very far off from thee, which are not of the cities of these nations. Right. So all the cities get done like this, man. But the cities of these people which the Lord thy power doth give thee for an inheritance, right? Thou shalt save alive nothing that breatheth, but thou shalt utterly destroy them, namely the Hittites and the Amorites, and the Canaanites and the Perizzites and the Hivites and the Jebusites, as the Lord thy power have commanded thee. That they teach you not to do after all their abominations, which they have done unto their gods, so should ye sin against the Lord your power. All right, this is the next scripture. Hold on. You know what? This is let me continue reading this. This is verse 19. It says, when thou shalt besiege a city a long time and make a war against it to take it, thou shalt not destroy the trees thereof by forcing the axe against them, for thou mayest eat of them, and thou shalt not cut them down, for the tree of the field is man's life to employ them in the seas. Right, motherfucker, need something to eat. It says, only the trees which thou knowest that they be not trees for meat, thou shalt destroy and cut them down, and thou shalt build bulwarks against the city, and make it war with thee until it be subdued. Right, man. So, that's the history and the law on how we went about taking these cities down, man. And, the law has never changed. So, in the times that we coming to, the same thing is going to happen all over again. Hold on. The same thing is going to happen all over again, man, to Esau. But I got one more scripture to bring out real quick, because this is what happens to you if you don't follow by these laws. Because the Lord give us mercy, and give us that chance to take, and then He give us that chance to just destroy and wipe out everything. The Lord, Yahweh, that's the Lord's plan, man. Whatever the Lord got in store for you is how it's supposed to be running. But we always had somebody that bucked up against the order, but it was always for an example. This is 1 Samuel chapter 15. I'm going to start at verse 1. Samuel also said unto Saul, the Lord Yahweh sent me to anoint thee to be king over his people, over Israel. Now therefore hearken thou unto the voice of the words of the Lord. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, I remember that which Amalek did to Israel, how he laid wait for him in the way when he came up from Egypt. Now go and smite Amalek, and utterly destroy all that they have, and spare them not, but slay both men and women, infants and suckling. You see, the Lord got them killing off everything now, man. And Deuteronomy 20 he said you can keep the sucklings if they make peace with you. But the Lord just sent us in that time just to go kill them all off. It says, but slay both man and woman, infant and suckling, ox and sheep, camel and ass. And Saul gathered the people together and numbered them in Telaim, 200,000 footmen and 10,000 men of Judah. And Saul came to a city of Amalek and laid wait in the valley. And Saul said unto the Kenites, go, depart, get ye down from among the Amalekites, lest I destroy you with them. For ye shew kindness to all the children of Israel when they came up out of Egypt. So the Kenites departed from among the Amalekites. And Saul smote the Amalekites from Havilah until thou comest to Shur, that is over against Egypt. And he took Agag, the king of the Amalekites, alive, and utterly destroyed all the people with the edge of the sword. But Saul and the people spared Agag and the best of the sheep, and of the oxen, and of the fatlings, and the lambs, and all that was good, and would not utterly destroy them, but everything that was vile, and refused that they destroy utterly. Right. So Saul didn't do what the Lord said, man. Then came the word of the Lord unto Samuel, saying, it repenteth me that I have set up Saul to be king, for he is turned back from following me, and have not performed my commandments. And it grieved Samuel, and he cried unto the Lord Yahweh all night. And when Samuel rose early to meet Saul in the morning, it was told Samuel, saying, Saul came to Carmel, and behold, he set him up a place, and is gone about, and passed on, and gone down to Gilgal. Hold on. It says, and Samuel came to Saul, and Saul said unto him, blessed be thou the Lord, I have performed the commandment of the Lord. Right, and that was a blunt lie. And Samuel said, what meanest then this bleating of sheep in mine ears, and the lowing of the oxen which I hear? And Saul said, they have brought them from the Amalekites, for the people spared the best of the sheep and of the oxen to sacrifice unto the Lord Yahweh thy power, and the rest we have utterly destroyed. Then Samuel said unto Saul, stay, and I will tell thee what the Lord hath said to me this night. And he said unto him, say on. And Samuel said, when thou wast little in thine own sight, wast thou not made the head of the tribes of Israel? And the Lord Yahweh anointed the king over Israel? And the Lord Yahweh sent thee on a journey and said, Go and utterly destroy the sinners of the Amalekites, and fight against them until they be consumed. Wherefore then didst thou not obey the voice of the Lord Yahweh, but didst fly upon the spoil, and didst evil in the sight of the Lord. It says, And Saul said unto Samuel, Yea, I have obeyed the voice of the Lord Yahweh, and have gone the way which the Lord sent me, and have brought Agag, the king of the Amalekites, and have utterly destroyed the Amalekites. But the people took up the spoil, sheep and oxen, and the chief of the things which should have been utterly destroyed, to sacrifice unto the Lord Yahweh thy power in Gilgal. And Samuel said, Have the Lord Yahweh as great delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices as in obeying the voice of the Lord? Behold, to obey is better than sacrifice, and to hearken than the fat of rams. For rebellion is the sin of witchcraft, as the sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness is as iniquity and idolatry. Because thou hast rejected the word of the Lord Yahweh, he hath also rejected thee from being king. Right? So, when you don't do what the Lord say, the Lord rejects you, man. The Lord gives out mercy, but certain stuff the Lord don't tolerate, man. And you can see he didn't tolerate that shit. But